Hi everyone, it's Kat Miller with Blue Iris Learning Center. So this time we're going to do a few more names that are switch words. We're going to center on them and why they're switch words and get a little bit deeper into the information about them. And so enjoy the episode. We appreciate you watching us and let us know what you think. Continuing with some names that we have that are switch words, I wanted to just present a few more in this video. One of them is Shakespeare. I totally love Shakespeare. Shakespeare is all about taking control over language, about mastering presentation and grandeur. It's helping you to understand your audience and play to them. Shakespeare is about being unique and captivating, keeping people spellbound. So, if you're going to be doing something where you're presenting things, where you're acting, anything along those lines, Shakespeare can be very, very useful in those situations. Next, Beethoven. Beethoven was very fascinating to read about. And as I went through to define what Beethoven represented, I discovered some amazing things. Now, Beethoven was very passionately creative, and he was able to reach beyond limitations. Can you imagine what it took to write symphonies, to create the kind of music Beethoven created when you're completely deaf? That's astounding to me that he was able to do that. And so that is why Beethoven is all about reaching beyond limitations. Now, a single switch word may represent several different things, and Beethoven is one of those. One of the things that I ran into, because I kept getting that I wasn't complete, I didn't have Beethoven completely defined yet, so I read on and on and on about him. Beethoven was invited to court many, many times, and they had rules that you must follow in order to be allowed to be at court. Beethoven didn't care. Beethoven did what Beethoven wanted to do. He commanded respect. He commanded the queen, the king, to give respect to him. They wanted him to come to their court. They had to give him respect. So, outside of what I ever would have thought about Beethoven is the definition about commanding respect. How amazing it is to learn about switch words and why some words are switch words. Our next name that's a switch word, Socrates. Socrates was very interesting as I read up. In fact, I think I did reading for a week or two maybe even longer, on Socrates before I was able to define Socrates as a switchword. Socrates gives you the ability to ask enlightening questions and helps you to look deeply into focuses. What was really interesting as I read up on Socrates was to see that his higher self was telling him he was the wisest man in Greece. He didn't believe that. He went out and he talked to people and he asked people, who is the wisest man in Greece? There were 3 names that came to him, and they kept repeating and repeating. And so he decided that he was going to talk to these 3 wise people and see what made them the wisest men in Greece. Socrates discovered that they were winging it. They didn't always know the answer, but they pretended to know the answer. They always gave an answer. People accepted that as their wisdom, as them being the wisest, even though they may have been completely wrong in what they were saying. What Socrates realized was he knew that he didn't know everything. He discovered, yes, I am wise. I realize that I don't know everything. And that is the wisdom of Socrates. Another switch word that's a name, Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison is about being inventive. It's about creating new ideas. He was very creative. He came up with a lot of new ideas. And interestingly, he had a lot of failures. But you know, you build on your failures. I've always heard, if you want success and you want bigger success, increase your failure rate. Because success is always built on failures. So, Thomas Edison, be inventive, create new ideas. Okay, another name. This is a great one. I love this one. Hippocrates. Hippocrates always stood in his integrity. He attuned himself to the healing powers of nature. He held fast to honesty. He kept himself calm. He was understanding. He was serious. He paid close attention to what he was hearing, and he took very detailed notes. He also paid close attention to diet and lifestyle. These are important parts of being well. You can use Hippocrates for being in your integrity. You can use Hippocrates for understanding, for listening. But the deepest with Hippocrates is all about healing with integrity, is all about utilizing nature in your healing. Diet and lifestyle, showing you the way. speaking of health and wellness. This is another fun mug that we have from Simply Divine Creations. It's the Be Well energy circle that's on that mug. Be Well energy circle. Totally fun to play with these things. And then we have this mug too, which is all about increasing your job satisfaction and making your job fulfilling. And so we have a handful of different mugs available. Anyway, just a little side note. One more switch word that's a name is Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is a very energetic public speaker. He draws a crowd and he helps to heal people emotionally. Use Tony Robbins if that's something you're looking for. So, there you have it. There are still a few switch words that we have on the list that have names, and I didn't present all of them here, though I did most of them. But play around, find names that mean something else specific to you. There are people out there who tell me they use my name because they want to connect to some of the things that I represent to them. That's okay. You can use it if you want to as a switch word. Just play around, work with names, see what happens as you connect to those energies of the things that you really want. Until next time, thank you for watching us.
So hi everybody, this is Brent from 77 Media, just asking you to like and subscribe to the videos on this channel so we can keep making them for you. I hope you're enjoying the content. Other than that, have a great day.